God is saying, open this right now because good news is moving toward you even now, and you cannot afford to scroll past this moment. Listen closely. Do not delay. Do not brush this aside like just another video, because something has already started turning in your favor, and this message is meeting you at the exact second you need it most. What you are about to hear can shake the heaviness off your spirit, lift the weight from your chest, and bring light into a place that has felt dark for too long. This is not random. This is not small. This is not luck. This is a moment of timing, the kind of moment that feels ordinary on the outside but carries heaven's weight on the inside. Stay with me, because the next few minutes are not just encouragement, they are confirmation. If you have been asking for a sign, this may be it. If you have been waiting for a shift, this may be the start. And if you almost clicked away, pause right there, because what comes next may speak straight to the part of you that has been tired, quiet, and secretly praying for something to finally change. Watch until the end, because it gets stronger as we go. And one line may be the very line your heart has been needing to hear. I saw what you did. I saw the quiet sacrifice. I saw the last act of kindness, obedience, love, and faith that no one else fully understood. Heaven did not miss that moment. What looked small to people was seen in full by God, and the answer tied to that act is already on the move. You have been asking, Lord, when will it be my turn? When will something shift for me? Hear this clearly. The seed you planted in silence is not dead. It is breaking open under the surface. You may not see anything yet, but unseen things are already moving. The prayer you whispered through tears mattered. The choice you made when temptation was loud mattered. The time you kept believing when your strength was almost gone mattered. None of it was wasted. Not one tear, not one prayer, not one step of obedience. And now what was done in secret is getting ready to speak in public. So do not let weariness talk you out of hope. Do not let delay convince you that nothing is happening. Something is happening, more than you know. Keep watching, because this is where the story begins to turn, and what felt buried may soon start to bloom right in front of your eyes. This word is for the one who has felt forgotten, overlooked, pushed aside, and emotionally drained. The one who wondered if they missed the moment. The one who kept showing up even when the heart felt bruised and the answers felt far away. You did not miss it. You are not late. You are not behind. You are standing at a door your obedience has already started to open. And this is not a tiny crack of light. This is a real breakthrough. The very thing you cried about in private. The very thing people said would never happen. God is still the God of the impossible, and He has not lost sight of you for even 1 second. He was there when nobody called. He was there when you kept smiling while carrying pain no one could see. He was there in the long nights, the anxious mornings, and the quiet battles you fought in your mind. And now He is moving in ways you did not expect. Doors that seemed locked can open. News you thought would never come can arrive. Peace you have not felt in a long time can settle over your life. So stay with this. Do not rush past it. Sometimes the breakthrough starts with one word landing in the soul at the right time, and this may be that moment for you. God is saying, do not mistake silence for absence. I never left you. While you were waiting, I was working. While you were crying, I was arranging things. While you were breaking inside, I was building an answer you could not yet see. That is why what felt still was not empty. It was preparation. What looked delayed was not denied. It was being formed with care, and now restoration is beginning to rise. That relationship you thought was gone forever can be healed. That financial pressure that sat on your chest like a heavy stone can begin to lift. That anxiety that kept visiting you at night can start losing its grip. That dream you put on the shelf because life became too painful can be placed back in your hands with new strength on it. You are not here by accident. You are marked for purpose. And no attack, no confusion, no loss, and no season of pressure can erase what heaven has written over your life. In fact, the pressure did not come to destroy you. It came to position you. Something valuable is being pressed out of this season: strength, depth, wisdom, endurance, a faith that is no longer shallow. And because you stayed through the hard part, the next part can carry a different sound: the sound of release, the sound of movement, the sound of doors beginning to open. The fight has been intense because what is coming is not ordinary. The enemy does not push this hard against empty things. The warfare became fierce because favor was drawing near. Confusion came because clarity was close. Pressure rose because purpose was rising too. And that last act of faith, the one that seemed so small, carried more weight than you realized. You kept going when everything in you wanted to stop. You kept trusting, even with trembling hands. You kept praying without seeing much change. That matters. It all matters. You may have made mistakes. You may have taken wrong turns. You may have trusted people who hurt you. But none of that has canceled God's promise over your life. Grace has not run out. Mercy has not dried up. The story is not over. In fact, it is being rewritten. The chapter you thought ended in loss may become the chapter that proves God was working the whole time. So lean in here. Don't skip this part. You need to hear it. The delay was not to harm you. It was to prepare you. The fire was not to destroy you. It was to refine you. And like gold coming through flame, you are coming out stronger, clearer, and more ready than before. What is next may not look like what has been behind you, and that's exactly the point. You are stepping into favor that has your name on it. Doors are opening not because you forced them, not because you shouted louder, and not because people finally decided to help you, but because God Himself is unlocking what no person could control. Others may look at your life soon and ask, what changed? And all you may be able to say is, God did it. Because some things cannot be explained by timing, networking, luck, or human skill alone. The attack was heavy because the blessing is weighty. The pain hit hard because the purpose is real. The delays, betrayals, losses, and confusion were all trying to wear you down before you reached this point, but you did not quit. And because you did not quit, the release is coming in full measure, not piece by piece, not barely enough, full measure, resources, help, right connections, open space, new courage, fresh peace. Things that were tied up can begin to come loose. Things that were held back can begin to move. Things you thought were over can start breathing again. If this is speaking to you, stay until the end, because there is more here for you. Sometimes the strongest turning points do not begin with noise. They begin with quiet truth, landing in a tired heart and waking it back up again. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not invisible. God has had His eyes on you the whole time, even when it felt like nobody noticed the burden you were carrying. He saw you trying to hold it all together. He saw the smile that hid the strain. He saw the days you said, I'm fine, even when your soul felt exhausted. And now He is saying, let me lift what you were never meant to carry alone. Worry can leave, peace can come, fear can loosen, strength can rise, beauty can come from ashes, joy can meet mourning, even the things that felt dead can live again. That dream you buried, that hope you stopped speaking about, that purpose you tucked away because disappointment got too loud, God can breathe on it again. He heard the prayers you spoke, and the ones you could not even put into words. He heard the sighs, the tears, the questions, the silent cries in the middle of the night. He was near then, and He is near now. What felt like silence was not distance. It was God setting the stage. What felt like a closed sky was actually protection over something still forming. You wanted a quick answer, but God was building something lasting. Something deeper, something no one could easily steal from you once it arrived. Even now, God is preparing people to bless you, shifting hearts in places you have not entered yet, and arranging opportunities you have not even imagined. What is ahead will make sense of what is behind. One day soon, you may look back at this season and understand why the waiting had to happen the way it did. You said, "God, I am tired." And He says, "I am renewing your strength." You said, "I don't see a way." And He says, "I am making one." You said, "I'm afraid." And He says, "I am with you, and I go before you." You do not need to force what God has already decided to bring. You do not need to panic in this season. You do not need to beg for what heaven has your name on. The same God who cares for the birds and dresses the fields in beauty has not forgotten you. Your struggle was not in vain. Your obedience planted something. Your forgiveness planted something. Your choice to keep walking planted something. And harvest follows seed, so don't give up now. Don't turn around when you are this close. Don't let hopeless thoughts talk over what God is speaking. The enemy has tried to steal your hope because he fears what happens when you finally step into what was prepared for you. And that is why you must stay anchored, stay awake, and keep your heart open to what God is saying right now. Pressure does not break what God builds. It shapes it. You have been shaped by His hand for such a time as this. The people meant for your next season are being guided toward you. The opportunities meant for your future are not random. They are by design. You do not need to chase what is truly yours. What God has marked for you will reach you. Human hands cannot block what God has decided to release. He does not need everything around you to look perfect before He moves. In fact, He often moves when things seem least possible, so no one else can take the credit. You asked for answers, and He is not only giving answers, He is giving peace. Because when peace settles in your spirit, you stop needing every detail before you move forward. You begin to trust the one who already sees the whole road. He is God on the mountain and God in the valley. He did not leave you in your high moments, and He did not abandon you in your low ones either. Even when you doubted, even when you felt numb, even when you could not sense His presence, He stayed. So hear this clearly. You are not stuck. You are positioned. There is a difference. Stuck feels forgotten. Positioned means placed. And if God placed you here, then this season, painful as it has been, still has purpose wrapped inside it. He has been growing roots in you. Strength, character, wisdom, patience, discernment. Faith that does not collapse when life gets loud. And now that the roots have gone deep, fruit is coming. The shift you have been waiting for is not far away. You are moving out of survival and into promise, out of lack and into overflow, out of endless waiting and into forward motion. Yes, it has been lonely. Yes, it has been confusing. But God was doing deep work in hidden places so you would be ready when the light came. And the light is coming. Clarity is coming. Provision is coming. Confirmation is coming. Some things you almost gave up on are being revived even now. That idea you thought was too late, that calling you assumed had passed, that relationship you believed was beyond repair, that passion you once carried with joy. God can breathe on all of it. And this is not only about you. What God does in your life will touch the lives around you. Your healing will help others heal. Your testimony will help others believe again. Your breakthrough will become proof to somebody else that God still moves. That is why the battle was so strong. Your victory is bigger than you. It carries weight for your family, your future, and the people connected to your story. So when the breakthrough comes, keep God at the center. Do not let fear sneak back in when the answer finally arrives. Do not let temporary emotions make you forget eternal truth. The God who carried you this far will carry you forward. He does not start stories and then leave them unfinished. And your story is entering a new season, a better one. the kind that makes people stop and say, only God could have done that. You are beginning to see the fruit of what you sowed in tears. Every delay, every hard day, every moment you wondered if heaven had gone quiet, all of it has been leading somewhere. This next season will not look like the last one. Mourning can turn into dancing. Ashes can turn into beauty. Waiting can turn into fulfillment. Others may say it came out of nowhere, but you will know it did not come from nowhere. It came from the hand of God, from mercy, from perfect timing, from a promise that refused to die. He did not bring you through all of that just to leave you wandering in the desert. He did not teach you to trust just to let you drown in doubt. He keeps his word. He rescues. He restores. He redeems. And the last thing you did in faith may have been the key that opened this next part, even if you had no idea at the time. You were obedient in private, and now God is ready to reward you in ways that will be seen. You honored him when it would have been easier to walk away, and because of that, favor is being released over your life in a way that cannot be hidden. You are not just receiving a blessing. You are becoming a testimony. God is opening the right doors. Not every door you wanted, but every door you truly needed. Some doors had to stay closed because they were too small for where you are going. Some opportunities had to wait until your inner life was ready to carry what your outer life was asking for. You thought you were being left out, but really you were being set apart. You thought the silence meant rejection, but it was protection. You thought nothing was happening, but beneath the surface, God was building a foundation strong enough to carry what is about to come. And when it comes, it may come fast. Peace that makes no sense. Favor that opens rooms. Restoration of time. Confidence, purpose, and joy. You will not come out of this empty. You are coming out fuller, stronger, and more whole than before. The very places that felt dry can begin to overflow. Do not be shocked when unexpected kindness finds you, when help shows up, when your name is mentioned in rooms you never entered, and when the path ahead begins to open in ways you never planned. You're going to walk into places you never imagined and receive opportunities you never applied for. People you do not even know may feel drawn to encourage you, support you, and help move you toward what God has called you to do. Divine connections are forming, real friendships, safe people, strong support, people who will pour life into you instead of draining it out of you. For too long, you felt surrounded and still lonely, but that season does not have to last forever. God is building covenant connections around your purpose. He is lifting your head. He is lighting the next step. You're not only walking into blessing, you're walking into restoration, time that felt lost, joy that felt stolen, purpose that felt delayed. It can all begin to return. And even this quiet season, this valley season, was not empty. Valleys grow roots. Valleys teach trust. Valleys make room for strength that shallow places never produce. You pass through more than you realize, and by the grace of God, you are still here. That means the story is still moving. That means there is still more to come. So don't disconnect now. Don't close your heart now. Don't stop expecting now. Sometimes the very moment before breakthrough feels strangely silent, but silence can be the sound of heaven getting ready to move in a way you will not be able to ignore. God is clearing the fog. He is sending confirmation after confirmation. You will know where to go. You will know what to do. He is giving strategy, not confusion, direction, not panic, strength, not collapse. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not trapped. You are being positioned and promoted in ways you may only understand later. Every day that seemed empty was still doing something in you. Every day without the answer was still preparing you so the blessing would fit you when it arrived. You are not behind. You are not failing. Other people may look ahead, but they are not walking your road. God is writing your story with care, and your timing is in His hands. So take a breath. Let hope rise again. Let your heart open again. The chapter changing in your life may already be closer than it feels. And if this message found you in a tired place, let it also find you in a ready place, ready to believe again, ready to trust again, ready to receive peace again, ready to see doors open, burdens lift, clarity come, and joy return. Stay expectant, stay steady, stay close to God, because what He started, He will finish, and what looked delayed may soon become the very testimony that reminds you He was faithful the entire time.